Hello buddy, welcome back to Just Lights. Showing this little gem that I just picked up off the marketplace today. Nice little Code-3 XL bar. Now, I don't know anything about this bar just yet. I literally just got it home. I haven't opened it up or anything like that, but the guy did say that the bar's in full working order. Everything works in there, the whole 9 yards. It definitely needs a good cleaning, a little gone through. The blue lens does have a crack, which is kind of a bummer. But I'm going to go ahead and get that all epoxied up. The good thing is once I turn the bar the right direction, put the lenses on the right sides, that'll be on the back side. You won't see that anymore because the side that's going to face forward doesn't have any cracks or scratches or anything like that in it. So other than just a little mar right here, but all that should come out when I do my wet sanding and stuff like that. So I'm going to go ahead and start opening this bar up, take a look on the inside, see what's going on, make sure it does work like he says, and then we're going to start doing some cleaning. So go ahead and get my power supply here. I guess it's a good thing that I have that Code-3 SD bar that I have, because I just recently gone through that entire bar because it has the exact same system with the sealed beams and stuff. Because I just went through that one to get it working really good, so I have a little bit better understanding of how these work based on, say, like the Federal Signal Twin Sonic, which is a completely different system when it comes to how the voltage gets up to the light bulbs. I have a little better understanding of it, so that gives me a leg up on figuring this one out if it doesn't work. So let's go ahead and fire this thing up and see what happens here. Woo! That was a siren. Not gonna lie to you, that just scared the crap out of me. There we go. All right, well, we got some bulbs burnt out. We have some adjustments to make. And it looks like this one's flickering on and off, which means I got to check the contacts. That one seems to be okay. This one ain't doing anything, so I'm going to assume the bulbs are bad. This one's staying consistent, so it has a bad bulb. So I'm going to go. I'm going to do some partial demo on this thing, so I can get down to some of the stuff, make some adjustments, maybe do a little bit of grease on the poles and stuff. So let's go ahead and get started on that next. I want to get this thing working like it's supposed to with good bulbs and all that stuff. Then I'll get to working on the lenses. Right here, I'm just giving each bulb a test just to see exactly which ones are burnt out and which ones are good. Okay, so my mild teardown got a little more than just a mild teardown. I pretty much stripped this thing all the way down just so I can really see what I'm working with. So you see, I'm down to the main chassis. I got all my rotators, all my stuff sitting over here, my belts. There's the motors and all that stuff sitting right there. Now, there is some similarities from this one to the SD bar, but there definitely is some differences. Most of it has to do with the power, how it gets to it, and then these posts right here. Where the SD bar, this was almost like a tray, and these were anchored to a tray with a couple nylon washers and a bolt that goes to it. Where this one actually is bolted to the chassis, just straight to the chassis, and the positive is just a wire that just pushes over this little copper post that sticks out. But the one thing I did notice, and I think the reason why I'm getting some issues with the adjustments and that pulsating, is when you look at the bottom here, these have a nut on the bottom side to keep them nice and tight. Well, 3 of them are missing the nut. And what probably happened is whoever took this off probably thought those were part of the mounting system and took the nuts off, not realizing that they weren't part of the mounting system. So I need to get all those out, get that metal cleaned up really good, clean up those right there, see if I can find a couple new nuts to put on top there, so I can get a nice, really good, solid ground and get these anchored properly. So this way everything works like it's supposed to. I'll probably give this a quick pressure washing, get it nice and cleaned up. Same with those, give those a good pressure washing, clean everything up, emery cloth, whatever I need to, get this thing functioning, doing its thing, and then we will see what we can do with those. The Code-3 XL Model 9000 is a classic vintage emergency light bar produced by the Public Safety Equipment, also known as PSE, during the 1980s and the 1990s. These bars would come in 3 different lengths. You had your short version, which was 46.5, your regular version, which was a 49, and then your long version, which was 55.5. Okay, so I got everything as clean as it's going to get. Now, the base actually cleaned up pretty nice. I was just using some dish soap, that's it, and a stiff paintbrush, and just, giving a nice good scrubbing. It actually turned out pretty nice. These did pretty good as far as the cleaning. They're not too terrible. This one's probably the only one that really didn't get clean. These right here, these did clean up, but they are rusty. So what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to wire wheel all these edges, put a little paint on them just to protect them. I do got to keep like this area right here clear because that's where my negative side is, so I can't do any paint on there. But the sides and stuff, I might just dress those up just to make it look a little bit nicer. So at this point, I'm ready to start doing some reassembly. So let's get to that. I want to show you guys something real quick. Now, I've already kind of cleaned this one out, and I probably should have hit record for you guys just to show you. But if you ever have one of these lights and you notice that it gets kind of slow for a second, then speeds back up, or you notice the belt gets extra tight for a second, then loosens back up, well, take a look at your belt, especially if it's an old one. If you happen to see a missing tooth, what's happening is sometimes, especially when they get old and they sit for a while in one position and the rubber deteriorates, that tooth can actually get stuck inside one of these and break off the belt. So every time this rotates around, whether it's on the motor or one of the rotator assemblies, when that belt comes around that happens to have a tooth that's not missing, it hits that, it's hitting this whole solid section right here instead of actually the grooves like it's supposed to. So just figure out which one has the tooth stuck in it, clean them out really good, put it back together, and usually 9 out of 10 times that will fix that problem, as long as it's not just your belt's bad or you just need to make a small adjustment. So I thought I'd show that real fast because it's a little bit of information that will help you from driving yourself mad trying to figure it out. These lights were well known for their sealed beam rotators and their powerful lighting output. The output on these lights could easily consume about 30 amps worth of power. Alright, so I got the other couple light bulbs. Just something I picked up online, nothing special. So here we go, turning and burning, doing its thing. Now I am going to have to replace the belt on this side. What's going on here is the belt has actually stretched a little bit over the years. And what's happening is every so often a tooth is not lining up with the sprocket properly on one of the rotators or the motor assembly, causing it to get extra tight, which is causing it to do that slowdown thing. And then once it gets past that point, it frees itself back up. So I'm probably going to have to replace the belt on this side. This side seems to be doing pretty good. This is the side that I did pull that junk out of the one sprocket. So this side seems to be doing pretty decent, but I'll probably replace the belt on this one sometime down the road. But for the moment, everything's working, turning, burning, doing its thing. So let's get on to polishing them lenses and see what this thing looks like when it's all done. All right, now to show the lenses before and after wet sanding and polishing. This was the red. This is after. Pretty big difference. This one's going to be the blue. This is before. And after. Also a pretty big difference. Okay, so the light is fully assembled. Everything's back together. All the screws are in it. Gotta say though, those lenses from what they were when I started to what they are now, that is a big difference. I mean, these things actually polished out pretty good, for what they were when I started. But this is the light now, and this is the light before when I first started, when I first picked it up. So let's go ahead and turn it on, show you this thing in action. Okay, so here we are. This is my Code-3 XL Model 9000 light bar with the 8 sealed beam style lights in it. Hope you all enjoyed seeing the transformation of this light bar. See you guys on the next one, and thanks for watching.